So we are involved in a project to set up a simple solar system. I can assure you that's exactly what I'm getting on with, and I was hoping that this video would be about the actual installation itself. But one thing I really like about the channel, in fact I'm quite proud of it actually, is the comment section. The comment section is awesome and I always check it out. And one particular thing that I do in the comment section is look out for learning opportunities, things that people are saying or asking that require a video because everybody's asking it. And of course, in this case, that's exactly what happened with the previous video. It presented this thing that I get asked, well, basically time and time again, and I've never really addressed it. So I thought I would do this video as an interlude in the project to address this point that is always getting asked. Now, at first, it may not seem very relevant, but I assure you, it is stunningly relevant not only to solar systems, but to so many things. I'm in a car park, and this is a blue VW Polo, and this is a completely different VW Polo. And here is a red VW Polo, here is a white VW Polo, and another beautiful white VW Polo. So all of those Polos, there's basically two ways of looking at them. Apart from the colour, they're basically the same car. Of course, each car is going to be a little bit different. They'll have been made in different years, different design decisions will have been made, they've been used in different ways, so they'll have little twerks and tweaks about them which you won't care about unless you want to buy it. Essentially, you think of them as the same car, but a different colour. In fact, the whole car park is full of different cars, different makes, different models, different colours, all of them at one level different, and at another level the same thing. So cars perform essentially the same function. It's basically why they're all the same. And they have four wheels, well 5 if you include the steering wheel, some kind of motive power, some kind of transmission, some kind of axle, some kind of differential, and seats and doors so you can keep it all safe. But that function is core to what a car is. If it didn't have a function, well, it wouldn't exist. We don't make things unless we have a reason to make them, and so cars exist to perform that function. Of course, sometimes you want to modify around that function. You don't change the core function, you modify around it. Maybe you want it bigger, maybe you want it faster, maybe you want to take goods in it. All of those things are modifications of the core function, but don't change the core function, which is why the core of a car doesn't change. So what's true of cars is true of absolutely everything else we make. We make things because they have a job to do, they have a function to perform. I mean, sure, sometimes that function isn't terribly obvious, but if it didn't have a function, we wouldn't have made it. So at the base of it is the job it's got to do. Now, whenever you need something to do a job, of course, there are parts that make it up, and they relate to each other in order to do that job. Understanding the job, the parts, and the relationship to each other give you knowledge. And that's an unfortunate thing that people often don't seem to see the difference between. If I give you information about something, so a detailed spec on a solar controller, for instance, I've given you information, and if it's too much information, actually it becomes meaningless. It's a bit like having a filing cabinet. If I were to pile on this information and you stuck it in a filing cabinet, building up a nice database of knowledge so that when you wanted to do something, you pulled the drawer open and you'd have a stack of paper that would take you ages to go through before you began to make sense of it. But if you organise that filing cabinet, say with folders inside, so that you can find what it is you're looking for, then you have knowledge. Knowledge is information with structure. If we can put information into a structure, then we have knowledge about it. So although it's great to know all the varieties there are of solar controllers, it's actually not much use until you have a structure that you put it into. And the basis of a structure and the things we make are the function that they perform and the necessary parts to perform that function. If we can get those in place, we can understand what it is that we're doing. And so it's great to know all of the varieties that we can come across, like it's great to have so many different kinds of cars to do all those different jobs. It's not of much use to you in your specific circumstances when you come to do a specific job. For that, you need knowledge. Information comes along, yes. Supports knowledge, yes. But knowledge is the primary part, and knowledge is information with structure. So this might seem like really stupid stuff to say, very basic, very simple, and hey, I already know it. But this is one of those things that people think they know without actually applying it and without really grasping hold of it and understanding it. And I know that because of the kind of comments I get. So I'll get comments from somebody saying something along the lines of, hey, would you do a battery system, a Powerwall, using a scooter battery? Well, I've already done Powerwalls using lithium iron phosphate batteries, and the same principles apply almost identically. It's a bit like asking me you asking me to show you a blue VW Polo or a white VW Polo. There's that kind of difference between the two. In this person's head was there must be a big difference because it's a different battery. Well, it isn't. It performs the same function. It's maybe slightly smaller, and so you'd need to tweak a few bits. But the same function is right there at the heart of it. And as long as you understand that function and the parts that are needed, well, you can research the information all by yourself. It's not that difficult to choose a charge controller that can handle a smaller battery. So it's clear that that principle is not being applied when it comes to questions like that. So I don't want to appear rude, I'm just kind of trying to highlight some of the things that people have asked to give an example to what it is that I'm talking about. So somebody will ask me, for example, for a detailed spec on the system that I'm using. Well, to be honest, that's not a lot of use. I mean, it will give you more information for sure, but it won't give you more knowledge. I mean, the information is something you can find out for yourself relatively easily, to be honest. If I'm using lead acid batteries, search out charge controller lead acid. If I'm using 4 of them at 80 amp hours each, search out for that as a specification. That'll give you the information you need, but it doesn't add to the knowledge that people need. And knowledge is really important. That is, structure is really important, because if you give something structure, well, you can adapt it. And this is the reason there are so many cars, because there are so many individual requirements and they change from person to person, and that's true of any system. A system is like a rule of thumb. It's great in general and only ever falls down when you apply it specifically. Rules of thumb help you, guide you, but they're useless when it comes to your specific instance. And when we're thinking about, or rather when you're thinking about your specific instance, well, I'm not going to go through every colour of VW Polo. There's got to be some input from your side as well. Once we get that structure there, then some information is included. Of course, you're going to. But the information you need becomes your responsibility to look up. Mine is to help understand structure. That's what I think. Yours is to find the information once you have the structure and knowledge that you can place that information in. And it's not going to be a buffet where I pick the things for you and put them on the table and you just enjoy the pleasure of eating them. That's not the way these things work. Structure can be very useful. The bits that you pick for your plate in the buffet, well, you're going to have to go and pick them, and you need to find out whether you like it or not. Well, take a bite and see. So let's go through this just one more time a little briefly. The job something has to do is its function. And its function is performed by parts that dictate its form. Now that bit can be a bit difficult to get hold of, which is why my videos tend to be about that kind of thing. When it comes down to selecting the parts, for me that's a buffet really. I would go and get deviled eggs. And you may hate deviled eggs and say don't get them, get the little pork pies, they're awesome. And sure, go for it. If that's what you want, get the little pork pies. I tend not to dictate what it is that you should use because I don't know what your circumstances are. Equally, of course, you don't know what I've got planned. So I have a reason beyond cheapness for choosing lead acid, and we'll come to that in later videos when I make adaptations to this system that I'm hoping to make. Now that's invisible to you at this point in time, but it doesn't matter. what kind of battery I choose because I'm thinking of function and form, and it equally doesn't matter what you choose from my perspective. You go for the pork pies if you want. It's a brilliant choice, why not? I want deviled eggs, so that's what I'm going to take from the buffet, but you are just selecting things from a buffet. Of course, in order to do that, you need information about those things, and that is going to be your responsibility. It's up to you to go to the table. It's not up to me to go to the table and plonk that dish in front of you. You have to go and select, and for that, you'll need information. But at least you know where you're looking for the information and what kind of information you actually need. Now, it's not laziness on my part. It's absolutely impossible for me to search out all the information on absolutely everything and try to inform you about that. That would be a nightmare and impossible, because the time I did something it had changed and I have to do it again. It's not possible for one person to do that kind of thing, which is why it becomes your responsibility to do it. Mine is to clear up the form and function, to give a guidance about what it is you need to be looking at. And that's what the video really is all about, because that creates knowledge. Knowledge creates understanding, and understanding enables you to do anything. So I've said it many times before, I actually love the comments. The comments are brilliant. If you go to the comments, you'll find people giving lots of information on things that they've seen. And just go to the buffet table again. It's a bit like being new at the table. You don't know what's good. Somebody mooches up alongside you and goes, try the pork pies. They're awesome. And that's really good advice, and it gives you information to enable you to make a decision. And I sort of rely on those comments to make up the shortfall that I have when I do the general structural videos. There's a ton of information freely given by people that is incredibly helpful. But information is a building block, and you find people who'll mooch up and say, don't bother with the deviled eggs, they're awful, get the pork pies, that's what you must have. That is where you cross a line into not being helpful, and it's actually a big indicator to me that, yeah, you know a lot, but actually you don't really understand. And that's one of the things that I try to address in these kind of videos. There are various things that show me that the understanding of what a system and systems per se is about isn't quite there. And if you think about it, it's not only solar that we're talking about here, we're actually talking about everything, and that's got to be important. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and please do remember to like and subscribe.